Welcome to Season 1, Episode 3 of Traumatic Impact Outdoors. I'm Jarrett Smith, and alongside with me, as always, is Jordan Welch. This is going to be our final installment for the 2016 Spring Turkey Edition. We've had a pretty hard time trying to fit in hunts between our busy work schedule, but when it came right down to it, we were able to have some pretty good success.
That's right. Definitely been a roller coaster type season. Lots of ups and downs. We've had great encounters with birds being vocal, but getting them to come in has been pretty tough. We did, however, strike another Pennsylvania bird, so let's jump right into the action.
It is May 3rd, about 4 o'clock in the morning, heading out to the state game lands. I'm going to go back to the same spot that me and Jordan were at Saturday when we busted those birds up. These birds are grouped up pretty well. They're henned up. There's probably 2 gobblers with 5 or 6 hens. We couldn't really get them to come out into the field, so what we're going to do, we're going to have to go in there and burst their bubble. We're going to have to get right in close to them. We're getting in there plenty early. I'm going to try to sneak right down into where they're roosting. Hopefully we can get them to come down right off the roost. So, with any luck at all, here in about a couple hours, we'll get some birds on the ground. Alright. Well, that's probably going to be a no-go for the morning. I got up in there and there's nothing gobbling. So, I don't know if they got pumped out or what. So, we're doing some running gun. Came down by this pond, owl hooted. We got birds working up here off in the wood line, so we're gonna set up on them, see if we can't get them to come in. Keep watching. Well, I'm pretty sure that bird just got itself dead. They gobbled good for a minute or so, but then he stopped for no apparent reason. Heard a couple hens yelping, but about a half hour later heard a shot fairly close by. So we're fairly certain that was the bird, and he is no more. So we're gonna sneak out of here and go see if we can't get on another one before the morning's over.
Well, after our little incident on opening day with the decoy, we were a little bit leery about using decoys in our setups on the game lands. These birds, about mid-morning, they started hammering, and they hammered every time I would call. I opted not to use a decoy just because of how spooky these birds were being. When they crested the ridge, they could see where that hen was calling from, but they couldn't see a hen. And that kind of made them a little shy towards the setup, and they just walked off from me.
Yeah, it's too bad that setup didn't work. Still a great encounter though. We decided to go hunt my in-laws. I knew where these birds were roosting for the most part. Got in there early in the morning, snuck up on them, got them gobbling off roost, so we decided to set up on them.
Alright, it's going on probably 10:07 now. We didn't go to Berrytown Game Lands. Got up in there and there's vehicles all over, and Jared was there a few minutes before I was, and owl hooted and didn't hear anything. So we boot scooted back to my in-laws' property because I know where these birds tend to go, and come up on the backside of his farm fields. And as we were walking up, heard him shot gobble out here in the woods on roost. So came down along this edge, set up in this field. Can't find any good trees laying against, so we're just sitting in the brush. And had him clucking and yelping on roost. Didn't hear him fly down, but they gotta be on the ground by now. We spooked one bird out of the trees, but they were a lone bird away from the group. And heard the birds go out gobbling. We're thinking they're walking away from us, but I'm pretty positive they're going to come back out in this field at any time. So we're going to see what happens. We're going to wait this one out. I think that's our biggest issue, is we give up on them too soon. So I think we heard a jake gobble on the opposite side of us. So like I said, we're going to wait it out and see what happens. Give it an hour or two. So stay tuned. Alright, so we're back up in Berrytown. We screwed up the birds on my in-laws. So we're down in Berrytown alongside the cornfield. It's actually above us. There's a little green field, brushy green field down below. We got set up on this. Gonna sit here for a while and see what happens. Gonna call every 15-20 minutes or so, just nice and easy. Hopefully we can draw something up here eventually. If not, later on we're gonna possibly go up here onto the cornfield where I've seen birds almost every time I've been on it, and we'll go from there. But we got confidence in today anyways, even though we've been messing up. So we'll see what happens.
Well, we hunted the rest of that morning without being able to get another bird fired up. We definitely came away from these past few hunts with some more knowledge and a bunch more images that are going to be burned into our minds.
Yeah, we decided to go back and hunt Trip Swamp again. We had a good bird in there last episode. Wouldn't come across that fence line, so we decided to go after him again. Give him another shot. We got in there, sounded like a good gobbler, and we were very anxious to get a look at him. All right, so we somehow muffed these birds up. We're not sure where they went. We got down in the woods here on the bank of Tripp Swamp, and they had them gobbling out in front of us. Every once in a while they'd answer our call, but we tried working these birds and they were walking away from us. So we dropped down into the swamp and worked all the way out around them, try to get in front of them. And for the most part it worked, but I think they circled back and came back out almost on top of where we were set up earlier. Now we don't know where they went. He was gobbling when we were walking back across the woods, but now we don't know if they went up and over the fields on other private land, or if he went down across. If he went down and across though, we're gonna go after him because we can hunt that land. So we're doing some private land hunting today. Walking up on that fawn was a really cool experience, one I'll never forget. We want to remind our viewers and everyone around that when you're out hunting, especially in the springtime, and you come across young wildlife like that, just to leave them be. Don't touch them, don't go near them. They may look like they're abandoned, but they're really not. The mothers will put them in a safe place while they go out and feed and graze throughout the day. And when they come back later on, they know that that fawn or the young wildlife will be there and be all right.
That's right, and I think that's something we all need to keep in mind as we go out in the spring woods. There are young wildlife, there's young fawns out there, and it's best just to leave them be where they are. This way it gives them a chance to grow up and maybe be able to have a chance to hunt them in the future. With nothing else answering us that day, we both had a long stretch where we were working pretty much every night. I got off work late one morning and decided to do a late morning hunt on our family farm. I didn't get out there till about 10 a.m., but I knew if I could get a longbeard sparked up that late in the morning that there was a good chance that he was going to work for us. It is May 14th, 2016. We're up here on family property. Came out, I got off work this morning late. I got out here probably around 10 o'clock. Figured I'd just walk the hill, see if I couldn't get one to light up for me. Did quite a bit of walking around before we got up here. I'm clear up to the top of our hill, and it's a long, steep hill. But we got this bird to spark, and within 5 minutes he was standing in front of us. Good looking bird, probably about a 9 or 10 inch beard, about 1 inch spurs, about the same size as the other one I shot. I don't know what else to say though. It's a great bird, great day, and a great hunt. And once again, those federal third degrees left a traumatic impact. As soon as that longbeard fired off and then gobbled again on his own, I knew I was going to be in business. The first time he gobbled, he was maybe 100 yards from me, and he covered that distance in absolutely no time. I wasn't able to get a whole lot of footage before he got to me because he was on top of me in less than a minute. But he definitely gave me the perfect chance to punch my second spring turkey tag this year on another great longbeard. The wild turkeys of Pennsylvania have gone through a pretty dramatic success story. They were near eradication just a few decades ago, and through the efforts of different conservation services, the NWTF, the Pennsylvania Game Commission, they're now a thriving species that makes it an absolute privilege to hunt every spring.
Yeah, it's definitely a great bird. We have an absolute blast every year we go out spring turkey hunting. Doesn't matter if we get a bird or not. We love doing it, have a great time doing it, even before we started filming them. We'd like to thank you guys for watching our spring turkey series. We'd like you to subscribe to our YouTube page, like us on Facebook, and as always, at Traumatic Impact Outdoors, I'm Jordan Welch.
I'm Jared Smith.
Be safe and good hunting.